Shalom, shalom, kahalayim la, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS. Double shalom to y'all giving in faith and truth and sincerity. Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. We're going to open up with the classic, and I pray this lesson's edifying, and it is going to be straight to the point, Lord willing. And this is just, where I got the inspiration to do this lesson was really from a brother, but then the spirit also jumped on me. I was just on TikTok. And it's crazy. These people are people because, you feel different about them, man. Yeah, you got other heathens that come here and cross the border lines and they're immigrants, but it's like, even though, no, don't get me wrong, 2/3 of our people deserve to be, fucked up by Esau, and they deserve the worst, they deserve what we're going through. But it's just, you see how they treat our people, bro. It's just embarrassing, man. I'm talking about, yeah, pretty much, Florida passing that law, and, you seeing pretty much who rules this place, man, and who has no rulership here, man. And, who going to show you who's in alliance with each other. Although it's a weak alliance, right now it seems weak, but, those who are oppressed are those who are in that same alliance, man. Yeah, you got some Hamites that are oppressed, but they're not in our alliance, man. They're not going what we going through. The children of the so-called Hispanics and the children of the so-called Native Americans and the children of the so-called black people, that descend from West Indies, Haitians, and Negroes, all across the earth. They're in an alliance, man. They're in an alliance of oppression, and they're going to be risen up, in the kingdom, but no more so now the elect. But we're going to get the classic Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth is given unto, so pretty much who has power in the earth is someone wicked, man, and vice versa. The wicked has power in the earth. And if you see today who has control over any and everything you want to do, it's the so-called Caucasian man, known in the Bible as Esau, Edom, in the Hebrew as Adawam, and they're the wicked, man. You got all these pedophiles, these rapists, man, out here running around rampant, man. But yet, these people want to come here just to work for you. And you're not even allowing these people to slave for you, man. These people doing cheaper jobs and you persecuting them, man. You embarrassing them, man. You shaming them. Not because they're doing crime, but because they want to do right, man. Or they want to have a chance at something. But shit, that's just the curses. So Issachar don't understand or think they're better than us. And that's also for SK, dark-skinned Israelites to understand that there are people, man. They ain't got it no better or no worse than us, man. They getting messed up. We getting messed up, And people work sundown to sun up, man. And shit, they just getting, they getting driven out of here. Now they about to go back to poverty, crime, and the slums. They about to go back to picking cocoa leaves. That's not the life, man. Lord willing, I'm exaggerating, but that shit was just shameful to see our people, man. That shit, it's a shame, man. We supposed to be the head, man. But that's all coming to pass. Let's get some scriptures going. I want to get that Proverbs. This is a classic, 28 and 29. And, the people mourning. The children mourning, the animals mourning, the air mourning. Everything's in disarray, man. That's why the love of many is waxing cold, because everything is going to be shaken up, man. Iniquity's abounding because it's given into the wicked to have rulership and dominion. Everything's out of course. Even those who get their ways are going to be oppressed, man, and they're going to be effed up. They're really going into their own demise. Like the people of the LGBTQ community or anyone else. If you're against prophecy and you just, if you Google Gaga, you have sweet itching ears, it's gonna lead to your demise, man, because you're going with emotion rather than logic, and then you definitely don't have wisdom and knowledge as your stability, and you don't have the spirit of the Most High, man. So you're gonna be, messed up out there. But Proverbs 28:28, when the wicked rise, man, hide themselves. When they perish, the righteous increase. So, that's funny. It says that because there's a literal fact that Caucasians are dying at a faster rate than they're being born, and Jakes are producing at a much faster rate, man. But with that being said, when we're in rulership, that's when it's gonna be collapsing. Even the heathen are gonna be happier, man. They gonna be set, better up. Esau Edom gave them way more freedom and shit, but Esau Edom was still a not fit to rule. He's still, his risk didn't outweigh the reward. His reward didn't outweigh the risk. He had a lot of reward, a lot of riches, but man, look at what he's done, man. The earth is upside down. The West, if I'm thinking about it correctly, the other side, the opposite side of where we are, in Babylon, they don't want to be touched by these philosophies that are here, because they see what's going on here, man. You got women in the military, you got women kings. This place is a circus, man. This place might be worse than I'm not even gonna say it, but Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's to back up that last precept, man. And that's exactly what you got going on, man. You got a lot of people existing and not living. We're gonna go to the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Verse 1, a song of the Psalms of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Most High. And that's what we asking. That's what we plead. That's why we do the work. That's what we meditate upon. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. They have hate thee. They that hate thee have lifted up the head. Judah, the tribes. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and against thy hidden ones. So the same way I say we have an alliance, although it's weak right now, it might not look like nothing. They got an alliance. They got an alliance of the wicked, the crafty counsel. They have come and let us, they have said, come and let us cut them from being a nation. In the name of Israel, may no be in remembrance. And that's how strong we are, that they have to come, they have to form an alliance to break us down. They have to mess up everything we do, man. That's why you can't even get gummy bears without pork, man. You might have pork filtered water, but water filtered, this place just, the Lord gave this place a rule book, man, and this place said, all right, we're not following, we know what we're going to do. We're going to do everything the opposite of, man, everything. I was meditating upon it. I'm not sure what's one law Babylon follows and promotes, man. I know we're in a time of grace, but we're not in the time of do as thou wilt, man. But that's how the spirits go, man. That's why judgment's needed. But I can't think of one thing Babylon does, man. They mess up the Sabbath laws, the land Sabbaths. They mess up the cotton, mixing it with linen. Yeah, man. Continuing on, Salakia. They have come, and I'm going to show the video, man, of why Jake kind of got emotional for Issachar, but let's continue on and the rest of NK. And let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance, for they are consulted together with one consent, that they are confederate against thee. So the tabernacles of Edom, that's the so-called white man. The Ishmaelites, that's the so-called Arabs. The Moabites, that's the so-called Chinese. The Hagarenes, the Gabal, the Ammonites, that's the Japanese. Amalek is the so-called Jews. Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, I believe that's Ham. Assur, which I believe is Assyrian, I could be wrong, also is joined with them with the hoping of the children of Salah. So I was just kind of, rambling past, but, the point was pretty much they're making they've been in a tumult against us, man. And they all know how special we are, except for us, man. Only the elect really are understanding how special we are. The rest of our people are just walking cattle. Like they're walking millionaires, Like they don't even know it, Like when I say millionaires, I mean like priceless. Like they're gods. They're fallen angels. They just don't know it, man. The heathen are just like clapping and they profit off of that, man. The more we're in ignorance, the better they are off. And I'm going to get Malachi 3 and we should be done, Lord willing. Before I get Malachi 3, Malachi 1, Salakia, let me show the video. They got Jake fucked up, man.
I am lost in a rainbow, now rainbow is gone, overcast by your shadows as our worlds move on. In the shadows, I can
That's the wicked, man. This man builds up your nation, puts his hands forth, and this is how you do him. And this is to prove the wicked, man. Backing up the verse in Job 9:24, Malachi 1:1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by the prophet Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Who's he talking to? Israel. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and Esau I hated, and laid his mountains and his heritage for waste of the dragons of the wilderness. And that's going to happen in the book of Isaiah. Not Isaiah, the book of Obadiah, chapter 18, man. You know, his heritage is going to be for waste. His name's going to be no more in remembrance. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return, build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the borders of wickedness, the people against who the Lord have indignation forever. Indignation is righteous anger. So the Lord ain't never going to be pleased with Edom until they're gone, man. You know, Edom was not meant to prosper and be an apple of an eye. And your eyes shall see, and you shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. So that's going to be another chance for the Lord's name to be magnified when the house of Edom comes to stubble, man. With that, Lord will just us edifying straight to the point. Shalom.